It's Richard from Salon Coaching. How are you going today? It's Friday, so it's asked me a question. I got a question here from a lady called Tracy. She's a salon owner in New South Wales. And her question to me was, how can I get her, or how can she get her clients to sell more retail? This is a really hard one for me because I'm not a big lover of push retail. Never have been. Um, I've never had my commissions or targets based around retail. I know there's lots of gurus out there that say that retail is the way to pay your rent. It's the way to make extra money. It's the cream on the top. I think there's nothing more that to skew your retention rates than getting your staff to be pushy to sell retail. I've always been, it's part of the client journey. It's their home hair care regime that needs to be done. It is part of the journey that goes on in and out of the salon. So I'm more of a, excuse me, a bit hoarse this morning. I'm more of a doctor and prescription sort of thing. You go to the doctors with a problem, he prescribes the prescription, and that's how I believe retail should be done. So I want to tell you just a little story about my family for a second, and also about an email that a message that I got this morning um, from a client of mine. So you'll hopefully that'll cover everything that's in there. So I'm a father of three, and I've got a middle child syndrome, and Brett, if anyone knows me. And through school, he was the most laid back dude you can imagine. I think he's very similar to me. Nothing really gets him going. He's very laid back, and his schooling was just very average, and it looked like he was just going to get lost in society, as in he's just going to be a plodder longer. Mm. And it never dawned on us as parents because we get really worried that he's just going to end up being, in oblivion, maybe missing the boat in certain things, and you always want better for your child. It's just the way life seems to be. But it didn't dawn on us until a little bit later on. But he was up at 5 a.m. every single morning, spending at least 2 hours surfing before school. And then he would rush home, and instead of doing his homework, he would go out and do another 2 hours. And sometimes, even in the dark, he'd still be out there surfing. You see, his passion at that time was surfing, and it wasn't school, and it wasn't trying to get a Saturday job. Um, and as he got to year 11, which is year six in the UK, he didn't really want a part-time job. He just wanted to plod along, didn't really do his homework, didn't push himself as much as he could. He's quite a bright kid. Um, and we always thought that he would always be maybe the forgotten one, or he didn't realize how important life was. But you know what? He saved enough money to travel the world. He's now got he's bought his own house, and he is earning lots of money doing a job that he really enjoys. And he works the longest hours out of anyone I know, even more than me. So he's now self-motivated, he's self-excited, he's turned into a real good guy, which is an awesome thing. But the thing was, you see, he was motivated, just not really on the things we wanted to do. And that might be the same with you. Like you try and motivate your staff with money, but money isn't the motivator for them. You then try and whip them with a stick, and that isn't a motivator for them. I wouldn't do that though. But so you got to find what motivates them, and just harping on all the time. They'll do it now and again to shut you up. They just wouldn't happen. So, so to me, to get your staff to sell more retail, is really finding the key to why they should sell retail in the first place. Why do you want them to sell retail? And I believe if your reason is because you want them to make more money and you want to make more money, they will never sell retail. There's no motivation in that for them at all. The odd one or two people will might get motivated by money, but most people who are motivated by money really aren't hairdressers. It's just not that sort of way. It doesn't get them excited. So in general, to get them motivated, there has to be a reason. I mean, salon owners get motivated by targets and goals that we set because we're them sort of people. But staff are not. They want to come to work. They want to do some really good work. They want to share their love, and they want to make people look beautiful. Now you've got to capture that into a bottle, and you've got to sort of figure out how you can get your staff, which means you've got to work a little bit clever yourself. You might have to plan how you're going to teach these people. And I don't mean telling them, because telling them isn't teaching. I mean, teach them why they should retail, why a client should buy retail, why a client should use retail. Now, that's the key. Knowing what you're doing now is wrong and tweaking it and changing it and doing something that's right. And as an owner, you check the numbers to see if it works, and that's how you do it. I think that's the way how retail should be increased in the salon. It's part and parcel of what you do every single day. But your staff need to know why they need to talk for 20 minutes about a bottle of shampoo. It's boring, let's be really honest, you know. But the excitement is not the bottle of shampoo, it's the fixing of a problem that clients got. A client comes to us with a certain problem, and it's our job, it's our role to fix that problem. Be it give them height, be it give them straight hair, be it making a nice new look for their new boyfriend, whatever their problem there is, or their desires, or what they want. You know, your job is to fix it. That's what we do in the service industry. And retail is part of that service industry. But it's the staff need to know. So when I see someone who says to me, and I'm sorry, Tracy, my staff can't sell, I'm looking at the owner and saying, you've got it all wrong. The problem is here, the mud slides down the hill. So your just reason is why you want them to sell retail. If you just say, I've bought the retail and I've got to sell more because everyone's selling retail, everyone's hitting 10% and I'm only hitting 5. It's not the reason. It has to be part of your journey. And if you include that into it, it's just like including a nice shampoo or a massage or selling a treatment. It's part of the journey of the client. And that's how it should be told. That's how it should be taught. And that's how it should be in your salon. So I'm just going to finish off just now with a with the message that I got this morning as I was doing this. I had to stop and redo it again. It came through this morning. I have a client, I think I mentioned this on, it might have been Wednesday's video, I'm not too sure, that I have a staff salon who's a client of mine, and salon owner, not the salon. And I was telling you that it's, you know, 1 day left. We do 90-day increments to hit targets through there to keep it nice and small. So if we mess up, we can start afresh in 90 days. Don't have to wait for the whole year. Anyway, it's just something we do. And I told you she was finishing strong, and she messaged me that day to say, do you think I'm going to do it? Do you think I'm going to do it? It was a big figure. I went, yeah, I know you can do it. I know you can. Anyway, so she messaged me first thing this morning and said, boom, we made it, and sent me the figure. And she did make it, and it was a big amount. She never thought she would. And here's a message. I'm going to read that to you. The reason she made it is because she sold so much retail. That's why she hit it. So there was no way she could physically get that many people in her salon. That's why we thought that she wasn't going to make it at all. I'm sorry again. So the she decided retail was the thing. So I said to her, how did you sell that much retail? I'm doing a video today on retail, and it was perfect timing, and we'll see how it goes. And she said, I just told people they needed it. I mean, that's it. I just told people they needed it. So client had really dry hair. She has been using the same mask for ages. I sold her a hydrating mask and told her to put the other one away for a month. How hard's that? That's just easy. Another had a bad scalp. I sold her a treatment shampoo, told her to treat it like paracetamol and just use it when she needed it. Like it's not that hard work. There's no pressure in there. I can actually physically see her saying this to a client. Your hair's really dry. Why don't you use this, and when it works, go back to your old one? You know, it's not that hard. It's actually comes across like you care more than not doing retail. I mean, simple. Okay, and then she finishes it off with, this is all found out at my consultation because we sit next to our client at the start of every appointment and go through our forms. The retail's not done at the desk. The retail's done right the way through at the beginning when you're asking this client what problems she's got. Why have you come to me? What would you like me to fix today? That's when it's all done. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, so I said to her, how many people did you sell to? And she goes, nearly every single client bought. That is awesome. You know who you are. You're going to be listening to this. Big thumbs up. So she sold $422 worth of shampoo in 1 day. Hey, I mean, that's pretty good going. I mean, if you did that for 5 days a week, not bad at all. Okay, and then we got into a bit of a thing. And I said I was going to say this, and I thought, shall I not? But I'm going to anyway. She's a salon owner that is making so much money. I mean, do you realize? I mean, I talk about this all the time that you can make so much money owning a salon if it's done right. I'm serious here. And no, she's given her husband a year off. Like, is this not going to work? because she's making so much money. It just makes sense for to share the tax difference, and it gets complicated with accountants. But indirectly, take a year off, mate. You know. So I sort of say to her, "Oh, you might have to put him back to work." Ha ha ha, having a little joke, and she went, "Ha ha, he makes swear word. I'm not going to put it in money anyway. I can take his week's wage in a day." Like, this is hair salon owners. Like, for you guys out there that are finding it tough and struggling, there really is a way. You've just got to work hard. You've got to grind this out. So I sort of said to her, "Hey, what's the secret?" And she said, "I've always believed I could. Even from day one when I opened, I knew I would do well. I have never ever lost." Okay, and then she ends it. Now, this is the attitude she's got right now. She has just had the most amazing year you can imagine. Like, I'm talking whew, flew, uh, really massive, massive year, right? So she's on a high. She's just completed a 90-day goal with me on a high. And her words are, "Have a good one. I'm off to work to start this year strong." She's not sitting on her morals. She's already looking at next year. Today's the first year of her financial year, and she has just had the best year ever. She's not sitting up there with a bottle of champagne taking a day off. She is going for it again. She's going to work an extra hour early to get this done. This is someone who does this, really believes in herself. Anyway, so I hope that's covered that up. You know what? If you want to sell retail, it's part of the journey. This particular person here is not selling retail to make money. She's doing it part of her job. You can see when she says before, it's in the consultation. She does it because she's scripting. They're coming in with a problem, and she's like a doctor. She's scripting. She's giving them prescriptions to fix the problem. Clients love her. It then goes hand in hand. If the staff don't feel pressured to sell and they do it as part of their journey, the staff are happy. They're making good money. They're making good commissions. The clients are happy. They're actually getting it fixed. I mean, it's a win-win all over. So there you have it. Tracy, I don't know if that's helped you out at all. I have no other way apart from whipping them with a stick. For me, retail has never been an add-on. It's part of the service of what we do in the salon. And that's the way I've always believed. It's how I coach, and that's just the way it is. So to this particular salon owner I've talked about, thank you for sharing. She's a big sharer. I asked if I could share this. I haven't just divulged information without saying. And she is. She always helps us out. So big, big thank you to you. You know who you are. Thank you. You're always a star in my eyes. And also to you guys out there, we all can win. This is a job or a role in life where you have the responsibility of people below you to make sure you earn enough money to keep them in a job. But you also have this great dream that you can get if you want to. You've just got to think about which is the smarter way to do it. It's very, very small steps that get us there. When you think about it, you just got to tell the clients, your ideal client, that the clients, to come in, and you will serve them. And as they come in, find out why they've come in, what problem they've got, fix their problem, and then they're going to come back. Don't take them for granted. Always try and find out their problem, and always try out to fix it. I mean, it's not that hard. The problem is life just gets in the way and we forget all the steps. Anyway, there you go. Have a cracking Friday. Have a cracking start to the new year. I mean, it's Friday. It's don't start thinking about the weekend. You've got 2 more days left. But there you go. Rock it on, guys. Rock it on.